Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Prescott and the Bugatti Owners Club on the 11th of November 2020, Armistice Day, in fact, in reflection. I'm here to give you some history about this wonderful club. There's a wonderful quote which I found the other day. When a Grand Prix Bugatti is running properly, it is like living with the gods for a day. That comment and respect was made by Neil Corner, one of our greatest hill climb and champions of Bugattis over the years, who I've had the benefit of watching both at Silverstone and many other tracks. The club, the Bugatti Owners Club, originated in 1929 by three gentlemen, Colonel Geoffrey Giles, Ambrose Varley, and a gentleman D.M. Madley. They celebrated this idea by having lunch at Simpson's. Naturally, it would be roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, and I hope onion gravy. The only point I can't give you is what exactly wine they enjoyed. However, that could have been recommended by the use of a Mullin wine, which we're now talking about. The club's magazine, Bugantics, was first issued on June 1931. Its 4 issues still continue to this day, exhibiting the year's both competitive events at Prescott Hill Climb, rallies, historical analysis, and of course excellent photographs. The purchase of Prescott arose from a discussion that the club should have a home, a real home, rather than the goodwill of a number of estate owners within hills which they were using privately. So came about the purchase of Prescott from the Gloucestershire Dairy Company in 1937. The two brothers purchased the estate on the advice of Tony Rolt, who subsequently managed the planning and the preparation of the hill climb itself, now known as the short course. The club's first president, correctly fitting, was Ettore Bugatti, as until 1947, upon his death, when this was followed by Lord Howe. Both Ettore and his son Jean joined the BOC annual dinner and dance at the Grosvenor Hotel on December the 12th, 1932. I'm only smiling, I don't know who they were dancing with, because certainly Ettore was a gentleman of many flavours. The club's opening date was spring 1938, and that was provided with international status, being rewarded with a memorable meeting on September 1939. Why memorable? Well, because the Type 50B Bugatti 4.7 litres was brought across by Jean Bugatti himself with his Rolleiflex camera and the racing driver Jean-Pierre Wimmelet. Wimmelet, on his very first run on a wet morning under competitive terms, was of course to meet the great Raymond Mays in ERA R4D, 2 litres. The club was actually presented on that day too, with its own Type 51, a 2.3 Grand Prix, as a gift. Richard Shakespeare drove what was then known as the club car. The short course, as it is known, stands at some 880 yards. The bends there are Orchard, Pardon Hairpin, Esses, Rolt Corner, and of course semicircle, an average gradient throughout of 1 in 20. The long course was opened subsequently on the 5th of June 1960, where of course we celebrated the appropriate course this year. The new loop incorporated then was Ettore's Corner, and that provides a total of 1,125 yards for the long course. In addition, there was for a very brief period of time a crossover used from 25th of June 1989. The VSCC, or the Vintage Sports Car Club, enjoy in August every year the short course, upon which of course all their records are noted. In addition, in September they run a day on the long course. The majority of club, national and British championship entries run upon the long course. So as a competitor, if you are watching, you will experience the sight of a modern single-seater, maybe in the hands of Scott Moran, passing under the bridge with total commitments at speeds probably in excess of 116 miles per hour. A really visual experience to listen to and to watch. By simple contrast, Autocar in 1989 tested Nick Mason's Bugatti Type 35 at Myra, against a Ferrari 328 GT. Just as a comparison, 0 to 60 for the Bugatti was 6 seconds, for the Ferrari 5.5. 0 to 100, 16.4 for the Bugatti and 14.2 for the Ferrari. Those, I think, stand as excellent comparisons. So, we are always happy to welcome new members to our club. You do not need to own a Bugatti. Our championships provide access to the hill for sponsors, for marshals, for volunteers, and I believe we are a very happy club, and one where we welcome many owners, overseas clients and friends, families and competitors of every variety. So come and enjoy our season, and thank you for supporting us to date.